Okay, so we're going to work on balancing our chakras in this maybe about 15-20 minutes, hopefully. So we'll begin with kind of connecting to our Shushmana, our long line of energy. So finding a place where you can have your sitting bones grounded, whether you're cross-legged or whether you're seated nice and tall. I'm surrounded by cats. And inviting you to close down your eyes. And just connecting with your breath so that you can visualize as the breath comes in, it's moving down into the base of your spine, connecting you with the roots. And as you exhale, it's coming all the way up to the crown, connecting you with the skies and the energies above. Breathing in, the energy flows down, and breathing out, the energy is flowing all the way back up. The spine is nice and long. So in our world, everything has an opposite. It's the law of duality. And when we're balancing, we can think about balancing the chakras, but each chakra also has a pair. Keep connected with your breath. And we're going to work on 2 chakras at a time, using some movement, but also the power of the breath. And just setting our intention for the practice to bring balance within our energy centers, within our mind, within our body, within our hearts. And inviting that flow of energy to move from the crown to the root continuously. To help support that intention of balance, we're going to practice 3 rounds of alternate nostril breathing, also known as Nadi Shodhana. There's no right or wrong in how you would like to have your hand. There's some particular mudras that you could use. If you want to have your middle finger and index finger on your forehead, you can do that. Alternatively, you can pull them into your palm, and we just use the the thumb and the ring finger to control the breath. So from here, we'll close the right nostril and inhale through the left. Close the left nostril and hold the breath in. Slowly breathing out through the right. Breathing in through the right. Hold in and then slowly exhaling through the left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. One more round, breathing in through the left and out through the right. In through the right and out through the left. Dropping the right hand down, just reconnecting with your own breath. Again, perhaps repeating that intention that we are practicing to bring balance within our energetic body. The first two chakras that we'll be focused on is our sacral and our throat. Our sacral chakra related to our creativity center and our sexual energy, and our throat is often how we can express our creativity through our voice, through our words. We're going to move in some positions that support our sacral chakra, but at the same time we'll be using breath to connect with our throat chakra. So we're going to use something called Ujjayi breath, also known as victorious breath in Sanskrit. And the best way to think about this is if you hold your hand up and consider that you've got a mirror there, when you breathe in, and breathe out as if you're fogging up that mirror. Now do exactly the same thing, but this time your mouth stays shut, so we're constricting the back of our throat. Breathing in and breathing out. You can almost make our breath sound like the ocean. So planting your feet down on the ground, just going to move with some pelvic tilts. Feet are rooted, hands can come up on your knees. Connect with that Ujjayi breath, that victorious breath, or the sound of the ocean. And as you breathe in, bring your awareness into your sacral chakra, just above the root of your spine, and breathe in, lift the chest, and breathe out, curl the head and neck towards the spine. And as you curl in, really pull your navel towards your spine and pull up your perineum and your pelvic floor muscles. So we're really drawing the energy upwards, breathing in, breathing out. One more, breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in, nice tall spine. And as you breathe out, bring both feet together. You can allow your fingers to come along your feet like a little bit of a book. Open out your knees. Spine is nice and long. Again, connect with that breath. We're just going to do 3 rounds of this victorious breath. You can really be thinking about pulling your pelvic floor muscles up so that you're contracting through your perineum, pushing your knees away so that we're opening, and really visualizing the energy from the throat to the sacral being balanced between the both. Maybe closing down your eyes, connecting with that Ujjayi breath, using your breath and your muscles, your internal muscles, to connect with one another. Pulling the perineum, the pelvic floor muscles up as you inhale and exhale, releasing. Keep drawing the knees away from one another. Perhaps repeating your intention to yourself, intending to realign, rebalance. Take one more breath. And I'm going to invite you to take 3 clearing sounds. So the clearing sound for this chakra, for our sacral chakra, is ooh. So we'll take a nice deep breath in, and as we exhale, we'll allow the breath to take us with the sound of ooh, just for as long as you can. Breathing in. Ooh. 2 more, breathing in. Ooh. One deep breath in. Exhale, release. Drawing the knees back, planting the feet back on the ground, hands beside the hips, lift the hips, and just start to pull the body weight forward, stretching out through the back of the ankles. Hands placed down on the ground, just gently rocking the knees forward and backwards. And then very slowly you can start to lift the hips, keep bending the knees. Bring your feet hip width apart. Allow the head and neck to hang heavy. Drop the head down and just feel the feet planted. And we'll slowly start to rise all the way up. Use your breath. Inhale, plant to stand. Shoulders roll back. Feet are planted. Bring your hands into your heart space, into your center. Just reconnect again with your intention. Again, now feeling the feet are grounded and rooted. And the crown chakra leading all the way up to the sky. One big long line of energy. Taking 3 deep breaths in, pulling that energy down, drawing it into our feet. And as we exhale, the energy is clearing, making its way all the way back up through the crown of our head. Breathing in. Breathing out. And breathing in. And breathing out. We're now going to bring our attention to our solar plexus, which we can relate to our crown chakra. Our solar plexus, our seat of power, and our crown chakra, not our crown chakra, our third eye. Our third eye chakra, responsible for intuition, wisdom. And there's a real connection between both of these. We can often say to have a gut feeling when we know something, and that can be related to our intuition. So it's very important that we balance both of these chakras at the same time. To help us bring our energy into the midline, we're going to use something that's called a drishti, which means a focal point. And our focal point is going to be our fingers. So I'm going to invite you to make a mudra. Hands together, interlock your 3 fingers, but have your index fingers pointing up, and we're going to have our gaze on our index fingers. And we're going to use that to imagine that we are drawing a long line of energy to help us with our intuitive power, our wisdom, but also with our seat of power in our solar plexus. As you inhale, visualize that you're drawing this beautiful long line of energy, reach it up into the sky. Open up the chest, look up and see how far you can lean back, but really lifting up and out of the rib cage. We don't want to be dumping down into the lower back. So we lift up and out through the rib cage, tuck the tailbone under, engage the glutes, and then lift the chest. Gaze towards the fingers. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, keep your gaze on your fingers and slowly follow it all the way down to the ground. I want to go for 2 more like this. Inhale, keep your gaze on your fingers in that midline, lifted all the way up, looking up towards the sky, opening the chest. Exhale slowly, folding forward. One more like this. Breathing in. Breathing out. Ganesha Mudra and just slowly start to roll up. Bring your hands into your heart center, and again we're going to take 3 clearing sounds. And this time the sound is going to be and that is the clearing sound for our third eye space. Taking a breath in. Focusing all your energy on your third eye, bringing it all into alignment. 2 more, breathing in. One more, breathing in. Take a deep breath in, inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Start to walk the hands forward. Find yourself in a downward facing dog position. Reaching the hands away from the body, reaching out through the shoulders, tailbone tucked. Taking a little bend and just being inside your body for a couple of moments. Doing whatever feels intuitive for you. Allow that intuitive movement to move through you. Our body knows many, many things if we listen to it. So you could probably keep your eyes closed if it feels good, but just for the next 3 breaths, inviting you to move how your body wants to move. Not thinking about how the mind wants to move. There's no right or wrong. You don't have to stay in a linear fashion. Allowing yourself to be moved by your intuitive wisdom. Whenever you're ready, just finding downward facing dog. And we'll step the right foot forward, drop the left knee down, continuing to work with our solar plexus and our intuitive wisdom, our third eye space. And we're just going to take a really gentle twist. So coming up onto the left knee, inhale, reach the left arm up, and exhale, just take a little bit of a twist over to the right. You can keep the left elbow pushing against the right knee, and you stay here. You can reach the left hand down, you can reach it down, or you can have a book, or you can bring both palms to touch and just push the body away. So we're just twisting through that solar plexus. Just imagine that connection between your third eye and your solar plexus, just ringing out the internal organs around that space, giving them a little bit of a massage. Big breath in, and from here, tuck the back foot under, and see if you can step the left foot to meet the right top of the mat, keeping with this twist. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, forward fold. Again, connecting with that third eye space. Stepping both feet back into downward facing dog. The left foot forward, and right knee down. Same as before, use your inhale to come up. The right elbow can find the left knee. Taking that little twist to the opposite side. Where your hands feel comfortable, maybe bring them into prayer, connecting with your solar plexus and your third eye space. Tucking the back toes under, lifting up the back heel, stepping the right foot to meet the left, keeping the twist, and then forward folding. Stepping both feet back, down in downward facing dog. If you've got time, there would be an option here to take a brief headstand. I would suggest taking it for at least 3 breaths. And when you're in headstand, a lot of our energy is going towards our crown and our third eye space. But we try and connect with our third eye and our solar plexus. So if you've got headstand in your practice and you want to practice, I always prefer tripod personally, with your hands at the bottom, lifting both feet up, taking 3 breaths, engaging your core muscles. With control, coming all the way down. Just resting for a moment. Allow the blood to flow back from the head. And just moving that energy up and down so it's finding its way into equal balance. The heart chakra can be related to many of the other chakras, but for today we'll just focus just by placing our hands on our heart chakra, and we're going to take a little bit of a back bend just so that we're not neglecting this space and that our heart can remain open. So we've not really done a lot of back bending, so we're not going to go really intense, but just connecting with that space for a moment, just breathing into your heart space and feeling what your heart feels like today and anything that it might wish to tell you. And then we'll just take 3 breaths in camel, coming up onto your knees, cushioning your knees if it feels a little bit tender. And then we're just going to place our hands on our ribs and then lift our ribs up so that they're coming away from our pelvis. And we'll place our hands on our lower back, roll our shoulders down, squeeze our elbows together, and just start to lift the chin, lift the sternum, and lift our heart towards the sky. You don't have to go really far back. This could be enough. You stay here, just breathing into your heart space with intention. Intention is everything. Maybe perhaps if you'd like a little bit more, you can lean back as you breathe out, or you could reach for your heels, keeping the glutes engaged, lifting through the sternum, lifting the heart, and if it feels comfortable, you can let the neck hang heavy. Just take 2 more breaths. As we slowly transition out, we support the lower back. We come sit back down on our heels. Taking a breath in and out. We're going to start to close our practice. We've moved up and down. We're going to reconnect back with our sacral and our throat chakra. Coming all the way to lie down on your back. Reconnecting with your Ujjayi breath if you're not still connected with it, that constricted breath at the back of your throat. Just pull your knees towards your chest, giving yourself a little hug. And we'll go through we'll go for happy baby, reaching for the outer edges of your feet. Allowing your knees to draw down into your armpits, connecting with your breath, visualizing both your throat and your sacral chakra simultaneously, and the energy moving between the both. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but only transmuted. So we're trying to ensure that the energy within our energy centers are balanced in the right way. There's not more energy in one of our chakras than the other, but they are working in tandem with one another. And from here, keep the left leg in half happy baby and just open the right. You can grab a hold of, you can support the outer right leg, or you can grab a hold of the inner edge and just allow that right leg to open up a little bit more. Opening the hip. Try not to let yourself roll so that your lower back comes on the ground. If you're rolling, you've gone too far. The lower back's going to remain on the ground. And you can engage those pelvic floor muscles to keep connection with that sacral, that intention. Taking one more breath. Drawing that right leg back in. Allowing the left leg to come out long this time. Again, drawing the left leg back in, giving yourself another little bit of a squeeze. Wrapping the knees down on the ground. Just slowly windscreen wiping the legs, just releasing anything. And then allowing ourselves to surrender. Just feel the energies, what we've moved. Hands can lift up towards the sky. And reconnect with your crown and your root. Just the way that we began, same way. You can rest here for as long as you like. If you're ready to close your practice, you can maybe take a nice deep stretch. Before rolling onto a side, or just coming up any way that feels comfortable for you. And before we close, I'd like to invite you to take those 3 rounds of Nadi Shodhana again, just that balancing breath, opening and closing our practice in the same way by connecting with our crown and our root and our intention to balance ourselves in mind, body, soul. So whenever you're ready, closing down your right nostril so that we can inhale through the left. Closing the left, holding the breath, and exhaling through the right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Last round, inhale left. Exhale right. Collecting your hands into your heart space. Spending a moment to give thanks to your body. all the energies that reside within and around you that help to bring balance into your life. And close with one Om, 3 times Shanti. Feel free to join in. Take a deep breath. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. The light in me salutes and honors the light within you. From me and my cats, namaste.